You know, I always wondered how you operate, like when you unconscious, how you do things if you're unconscious. You know, how you think, how you talk. And even for the soulless, how the soulless operate like that. If they don't have a soul, how they feel, how they get emotions. And you know, that pondered on me for a while until I came up with the conclusion. You know, we have, like, say if you're unconscious, you know your body, it's a recorder. It's always recording. So you have a recorder that is always running on a cellular level. So you have cellular consciousness too. That's really what we call unconscious. So when you call unconscious, it's like you conscious still, because you can never be totally unconscious in the sense of unconscious. Even when you sleeping or if you knocked out, you know, or you on drugs and you passed out, you still not unconscious. You know, when we talking about, like, say you knocked out in a car accident and you're unconscious, you still aware of everything is going on. Everything is being recorded. So it's not like you don't know what's going on. It's just you're not conscious of it at that moment. But under hypnosis or post-hypnotic regression, all of that stuff is still there. You know, the soulless people, how the cellular level works is it grabs data and it records everything that it's doing, and then it takes them and put them into like packets, what we call factual engrams, and these now stays inside the person. So when they feel a sensation or they feel an emotion, they react off of these fractal engrams that sits inside of them. Now the thing with these fractals is that these is literally like spirits or energy signatures that eventually they form what we call, you could say, post-traumatic stress events. And these post-traumatic stress events now, sometimes they repress inside the person and don't show themselves, but later on the energy builds up and builds up and builds up and takes over the person and put them in an unconscious argument where it's like they get tunnel vision and they can't take themselves out of it to not engage because of that energy, that engram, that fractal engram that is there, and they actually only use their, what we call unconscious, if you're in the conscious community, self, to regulate their life, because they regulate their life similar to like how cats and dogs live. You know, they really have an astral body, but they don't have a soul. So how they feel and sense is like the sun. The sun comes up on them and it gives them a sensation external wise, and they react off of that. And if they have internal feelings in their stomach, they react off of that. So they don't really have perception or could transcend information or their feelings to acquire new feelings, such as, well, I feel hungry right now, but I'm going to fast today. They can't do that. Well, it's the similar way with the unconscious. They, on a cellular level, could only interpret immediate information. And like I said, it's a constant recorder that we all have that is running, and it comes into your body like as these engrams. So there's not a moment in time that ain't recorded when you're sleeping or awake that you don't have conscious. Even when you was unconscious, it's still all there. And like I said, if you want to get a great understanding of it, look at all the times when, let's say, you know, sorry to say it, but say if you was a product of a rape or something that happened a long time ago, you still have post-traumatic stress. That's what's called a fractal engram. You will see it like it happened a long time ago, but sometimes you just get into a period or a trigger will set it off, and it feels so real, like it's happening at the present moment right now, because it comes to the front of the mind like a new experience. Even though you're probably on the beach or in a whole different environment, you can't really tell because of how that engram make you feel. So those type of people always was actually cellular unconscious people, or cellular conscious people. They actually don't have their full consciousness, and they don't using that. They actually living off of the cellular ones that is just interpreting from the environment around them. Now, the good thing about that is you could always use it for information, data. If you're astral traveling, that's a lot of what you see. It's like a daily recorder of everything you do. It's stored in those fractals. Those, they don't look like spirits or ghost images. Some of them be blurs. And a lot of people that do Reiki work, that's what they take out of you or balance out. If you into Reiki and into the spiritual sciences, it's the same when you go see a shaman. If you really say you got possessed by some spirit or something took over you, that is inside of you, that energy, that fractal engram. And so the shaman could go inside and decipher through like a Rolodex which one it is and pull it up out of you. Or you could do it yourself, go through your own inner self, close your eyes, and, take the journey. If you need help, I could also assist, as a upcoming shaman with those type of ailments or problems. Yes. So on that note, I just wanted to explain to you like how, the soulless feels, and like when we said we was unconscious, how we were still operating and moving around and living, because everything was more like you felt from the external side of your skin. Everything affected you by what people said and do. But as you got older and internalized or became what's conscious, you just don't take information face value. You don't let somebody just, sticks and stones you. So it works out for you. All right. I hope that gives you a little something on that. University of Conscious Science. One love.